Hi, good morning. This morning I was running an online meeting to talk about just why people use social media. It was supposed to be, a small meeting online to sort of show you that technology. However, well done, Bev. I think she got all the settings wrong and the timings wrong, and it didn't quite take place. So my apologies to those who did sign up for it. Well, all three of you. And what I thought I would do is just give you a brief sort of overview of what I was going to talk about at the conference. And then if anybody, contacts me and wants to do it again, we can try again. Maybe on a different platform, because, I have tried them all and I'm still looking for the best freebie yet, which is what I do. I've still got my cup of tea from this morning, so excuse me while I slurp. Oh, yeah, everybody needs their cup of tea in the morning. So what I was talking about this morning was social media versus social networking. The two things are slightly different in that social media is what you use and social networking is really how you do it, how you use it. But what I really wanted to talk to people about is that when they consider social sort of media as part of their marketing mix, they have to consider what they want to get from it. They have to look at it as a communication tool more so than a marketing tool, I would say, at this stage. They are sort of both, and it really does depend on how you use it. And I would argue that when you start, you have to consider what you want your results to be. Is it that you want more supporters? Is it that you want more volunteers, more donations, fundraising, all of that sort of thing? You have to figure out what it is you want to be. And while you're listening to me, please don't take any notes of the mess behind me, because I just haven't tidied recently in the office. I've been too busy. Anyway, as I was saying, consider what your objectives are, what you want your social media to achieve for you, okay? Because the trick for me is making sure you don't lose your values, your integrity, and who you are while you're doing all this. I spent months, trust me, I spent months learning about all this. I went to every webinar that was going. I picked up every book. I went online and did all the courses. I decided that as I couldn't get out and about so much, and I was going to sit and use my computer and my brain in order to carry on working, that I would learn as much as I could. And I did fall at one point into this sort of trap of going, I've got to do it like them. You see the emails, don't you? I've made millions and millions. You can too if you follow exactly what I do. And I've got 27,000 likes yesterday, and you can too if you follow. Well, great. Okay, yeah, you can take some bits, the technical bits of what they're suggesting and do, but don't fall into the trap of doing everything exactly the way they do, then get disheartened because it doesn't work anyway, and actually then you begin to just dislike what you're doing and throw it all out the window. Remember who you are, remember who your organisation are, what their values are, what its integrity is, its real background is, and ingest that personality and that brand into your social networking. Make sure that people recognise you, your organisational you, when you're doing it, and that actually the social networking, when it comes out, doesn't make people go, what? I don't get that. I didn't think, it's too academic, it's too wordy. That's not them at all. I don't. And people begin to distrust you, okay? Because social networking is about creating relationships where people trust you and will come back and want to listen to you because you are an authority on what you're talking about, okay? So I learned that lesson one day. I had a bit of a wake-up call and I went, I can't do this. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I stopped doing it the way everybody said you're supposed to do it. And I did it the way that sat comfortably with me. I decided that people needed to know me. They needed to understand me. They needed to get my personality because that's who I am. And if I was truly going to be an authority on what I was talking about, then I needed to learn all the technical stuff. I needed to understand all the engagement principles and the communication stuff. I use that word a lot, don't I? Stuff. Well, it's a technical term. Anyway, I had to understand that. Then I could put it across to other people that they would understand. And the one thing I learned right at the very beginning is plan what you want it to achieve, and decide how you're going to make that happen. Decide who you're talking to, when you're going to talk to them, how you're going to talk to them, and how you're going to encourage them to talk back to you. It really is that simple. But like all very simple concepts, it's incredibly difficult to achieve sometimes. So if you keep